Hello, testing, testing. Is this thing on? We are live. We will be starting soon. We will be starting soon. Still getting some things set up right now. We are about to start here in just a hot another minute or so. Audio sounds good. Audio rolling. And soon to be camera rolling. There we go. We are live officially. We are officially live on the channel. We are officially live. Yep, audio sounds good on the other end. Yep, camera is working pretty good. I like to see that. Alright. Alright. Officially live. Alright. I'm about to tweet that we are live on Twitter. And of course, it's logged me out. I was just on this not even 24 hours ago. Alright, this computer is going to be my chat because for some reason the chat display didn't come up as it normally does. Okay. Are you gonna let me in, computer? Okay, that's annoying. Why won't it just verify me? What is it doing? You're not. Why am I not allowed to log in at this time? Hello? Okay, that's dumb. I'm actively on Twitter right now. Why wouldn't it let me? Okay, you know what? Login was username. Why am I not allowed to log in? There we go. Okay, Twitter's being funny. It's so dark I can't like read. There we go. Alright, there we go. I have my chat up and running. Let's see, how much delay is there? I'm actually curious to see how much delay I have. Alright, there's a little bit of a delay. There's a tiny bit of a delay. Alright. But we should be good to start hopping into news. As we start going, let's hop on over to here. And we have ourselves some breaking news from Jeff Passan. We have breaking news, or not necessarily breaking news, but I did have this earlier. If anybody that saw the tweet and maybe the Instagram reel. So we currently have 4 watching in the live stream right now. Go ahead and comment. I believe comments should be open. If not, tag me on Twitter. You can find my Twitter. Actually, I'm kind of blocking it. I'll pull it up right here. My Twitter is at thecar21. We are right here. If for some reason chat is not working, go ahead and at me on Twitter, and I'll get to that. But we have a couple bits of news. We have the New York Yankees. They have acquired Luis Garcia Jr. from the Nationals, former second baseman turned first baseman, power hitting 26-year-old, and is under team control through the end of next year. So I got 2 things for that. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the Yankees roster resource, because I don't fully understand this deal. So, what this does to your team: Trent Grisham, center field, Ben Rice, DH, Luis Garcia. Right, this is the team. When Stanton and Judge are back, when these 3 bats are back, Stanton has to DH. Stanton is your DH. As I need to calm my phone down. Phone is buzzing right now. But as I'm saying, when Stanton comes back, he has to be the DH. Right? So you come over to here, Luis Garcia will then have to, Ben Rice will have to go to first. That's first off. Ben Rice will have to go to first. Luis Garcia will then have to slide to second base, and Jazz Chisholm will have to slide to third. That becomes the issue for this offense. If they wanted to get a bat, it should have been C.J. Abrams. It needed to be C.J. Abrams. Because are you going to put Jazz back? Hold up. Oh, wrong app. Jazz Chisholm last year. Defensively, can I see his out? Where's his outs above average? Fielding. Time at third base. Alright, hold up. Where is it at? Third base. He was -3 last year, but was +8 at second base. We know he cannot play third base. We know he cannot do that. Actually, it says he was good at third base the year prior. So, like, what happened? So he was bad at third last year, good the year prior. Maybe they think they can put Jazz back at third. Maybe, but I know Luis Garcia, not that Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia Jr., they already got a Yankees cap on him. He's not a good defensive first baseman. And if we go back to fielding and take a look at his time at second base last year, he hasn't been great historically at second. -4, +5, -7. This is about to be the bad news Bears defensively. It's not going to be pretty at all. This Yankees defense is going to be treacherous. Is the chat working? We got 5 views. Hell yeah. The Dodgers are going to trade for the ghost of Christy Matheson. Yeah, that's ugly. Let me see. I can take a look on my alt account. Looks like chat does work. But I don't understand this move for the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees did not need to go out and add another first baseman. Because Paul Goldschmidt's been good this year. Paul Goldschmidt's been good for them. I understand he's like going to be almost, like, what is he? Almost 40. He's been a good bat for them this year. That's a quality bat. So now they're making him have to be a platoon guy, which, I mean, that's probably what his best role is in general. But I don't like them getting Luis Garcia. I thought it was weird when I saw it. Now, yes, I tweeted saying that he was going to be a Yankee because the Yankees had been kind of linked to him for a little bit. But that being said, they're not. That wasn't the move they should have done. This should have been C.J. Abrams. It would have cost a lot more to get C.J. Abrams. It would have. But that was the move. Not Luis Garcia Jr. He's a bad defensive second baseman. He's not a good defensive first baseman, so he's either a DH or a first baseman, and that's not what you needed. That's not what you needed at all. I would have liked Luis Arraez better for them. And then we get to Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman, where did I have him going? Did I have him being a trade piece? Doc. There we go. Google Doc. If it's going to load. Maybe not. Okay. Did I have Gausman? I did not put Gausman on a team. Okay. Kevin Gausman, I thought Casey Mize was going to be the perfect guy for the Cubs. They go and get the experienced right-handed pitcher, a veteran, to add to this staff. I don't hate the Kevin Gausman trade. I need to find where the prospects were. Do we have any more updates? Starting pitchers off the market now. Alright, Mize, Ray, Soriano, Detmers, Holmes, May, Bieber, and maybe Green's off, I think. Is that Griffin Canning that they're talking about? Hitter still available. 20 hours left to the trade deadline. Tick tock, yep. Where is the prospects back? Casey Mize since returned to IL. Casey Mize is the name to watch for tonight. He's the big name to watch for tonight. But where is the details for Kevin Gausman? So 2 prospects, Brett Bateman. There we go. And that's the latest news that we have currently on the MLB.com. If I go top 30 for the Chicago Cubs, Brett Bateman is listed at number 21. And then it was Ty something. All right, so it was 13 and 21. A 21-year-old shortstop. No pop. This kid's got no pop. Where's this kid from? Is this just... Is this just like Walmart Nick Madrigal? Is that who this kid is? This kid's tiny. 5'7", 170. So this is just Nick Madrigal. And then this kid, 24-year-old prospect, also has 0 pop. Down with the Iowa Cubs, he's got 3 homers this year, 20 stolen bases. Walks about the same amount he strikes out. That's neat. Dude, he's got a 430 on base and a 421 slug. That's so goofy. Okay. I mean, that's kind of what I'd expect Kevin Gausman to get right now. He's a veteran starter, no control out of this year, and he's got like a 4 ERA. So the fact they got like kind of just guys that don't really seem like they're crazy breaking the bank players. As we'll talk about Tyler Mahle. Where did Robert Murray have this? Atlanta Braves land Tyler Mahle. For Anthony Molina, who I believe Anthony Molina has been in the big leagues a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. Where's Anthony Molina? I believe he's down the board. How old is Anthony Molina? Anthony Molina. Alright, so he's a 24-year-old reliever. Yeah, they got Tyler Mahle for next to nothing. About to say, how long has he been up for? Since 24, 25. Year 3. Okay, so he ditched a cutter and sinker. Apparently that wasn't working well for you, buddy. You know what? It might still not be working out well for you, Anthony. Hate to be that guy. I would love something big to break here. So let's go home. There's one new post. It's Matt McLean. I can't wait to escape his horrible at-bats, but that's not the point entirely. So that last night we were talking about the Braves and not thinking they were going to do anything of a splash move. Tyler Mahle is the exact Alex Anthopoulos move. If we go to the former Reds legend, where's holy Tyler's? Tyler Malley has been good in his career. He's not been good this year. He has not been good this year. What's his run value on his split this year? I see run value on identical pitches still. Is that just down below? Run value, run value, run value. Okay. The split is. Oh, wait, no, that's not run value. Run value, the split's been horrible. And the slider's somehow been even worse. Hey, but the fastball and the cutter still work, so hey. There's some kind of redeeming qualities. Is this like splitter just not the same pitch? I mean, it's got a little less horizontal break and less vertical drop, but it's like an inch. Not even an inch on the vertical. That's weird. He might not be throwing it as hard. What's his velo drop on the fastball? It's actually gotten faster. I don't know what Tyler Malley's problem is. That's something Alex Anthopoulos and I think the Braves can deal with. This one I found intriguing. Trade rejected between Adrian Morejon and Will Warren. I don't know if that means the Padres still think that they can go out and contend. Because if so, I think they're crazy. I think they're insane. Oh, hold up. Where'd it go? There we go. I think they're insane. If the Padres, or maybe not insane. Let's hold up. Why did we? There we go. Now it's back up. I don't think they're necessarily going to be able to make a deep run. They just haven't played well this year. Like, at all. Boston and Dodgers are live on NBC. How far out are the Padres of the wild card? Do they have like the last wild card? They're a game out. That's with their offense being so bad. I don't think the Pirates should buy, or not the Pirates, the Padres. Padres need to sell off Adrian Morejon and anybody on a 1-year deal. Don't be dumb. Adrian Morejon can get you a haul. They're smart to say no to Will Warren because I don't think Will Warren's really that good. But no, it's better than nothing. Big hitters return. Yankees do not plan to have Ben Rice catches. What exactly is your plan then, Yankees? Who's catching for you? Austin Wells can't hit. Are you relying on CJ Escara, or who's that kid from Venezuela that got called up? That's so cursed. Seeing him in the Dodgers. Is this like by far his worst year on Savant? I love how this is like a ridiculously good like season and like his Savant numbers are better the year before. How much more has he thrown? Why do you spike the changeup so much and then drop it off in between seasons? He's not throwing. That's goofy. Throwing a lot more sinkers to lefties. Lefty. Seattle Mariners. Look out for the offseason. I believe, isn't he also from Seattle? If I'm remembering correctly, I believe Tariq Skubal is from Seattle. Okay, he's born from California. Okay, so maybe not. Is Hayward, California, fairly north? Hayward, California. Let's get a map. Where is Hayward? Oh, wait, is this Hayward right here? Alright, so it's like. Alright. So, right? He's right between everything. Where's Oakland? Is Oakland like right here? I think this is Oakland. Where's Oakland at? Oakland's right here. So you have San Francisco, Oakland, and then where's Alameda from here? Alameda Island is somewhere around here. It's Treasure Island, Angel Island. Is Alameda down farther this way? I'm trying to like get my bearings because I know where Alameda is. California just has all those like big cities just kind of like right in a circle. Right there. And then LA and San Diego are just chilling. I didn't realize San Diego's like legit on the border. I kind of forgot that they're like right there. Although it makes sense because they have like the military bases and stuff right there. I'm going whole geologist on here. Do we have anything new? 7 posts? Maybe. Contact on base, guys. I feel like we've given up on this archetype. Bateman called up when Varsho trade. Dalton Varsho might also be a guy who gets traded tonight. Dalton Varsho might be getting traded tonight. Now it's a big waiting game. Actually, I don't think I can just sit there. That's copyright. So I can't just sit there. We've actually gained 3 subscribers since I started. That actually ain't half bad. We just need news. Like actual news. I can't just sit on that. What's going on with the Dodgers? Whew. I don't know what the Red Sox are going to do. They need to go and get an actual catcher. Carlos Narvaez is not going to cut it. Bro, both these catchers can't decide who wants to be good. Like, Connor Wong was horrible last year. Like, he was so bad. Good the year before. Horrible. Decent this year. Then Narvaez has just done the like polar opposite flip. I'll be interested to see if Alex Call gets traded too. He could be somebody who gets moved. Bro, Kike's hitting 380 in what sample size? Okay, 13 at bats. Okay, I was about to say what? You know, it's Eliezer Alfonso who's currently their catcher. Because Dalton Rushing's hurt. As a Reds fan, I can't wait for the Dodgers and Yankees to get into a mid-off. Hold up. Deal is official for Tyler Mahle going back for Anthony Molina. So it's basically nothing. What's the Giants have to say? That's hilarious. You're so funny, dude. Asking a team for a source. Top 30. Top 100. Trying to think who's most likely to get traded on the rest of this afternoon. A lot of these teams aren't for buyers. Emil Morales would have to be for an absolute stud. But I think the Dodgers might be done. The Dodgers might be done. I do not believe they go out and get anybody else crazy. These Phillies prospects, one of them is getting traded tonight. One of these kids is going to be traded tonight. Either Aiden Miller or Gage Wood. One of those two guys is getting shipped. Because everybody and their brother knows they're calling up the Blue Jays. Maybe. What gets a Dalton Varsho trade done? Erwin Escobar and Gage Wood? Does that get it done? Maybe. Maybe Aiden Miller and Ramon Marquez is far away. He's just up to A+ ball. How many games at A+? Yeah, no, he just got there. Maybe Moises Chance gets that done. How old is he? 23? I mean, it's Dalton Varsho. It's not like prime Bonds that's getting moved here. Is my audio still fine? I mean, it's Dalton Varsho. Oh, audio's still chilling. We're good. We're good there. If we did a mock trade for the Phillies to get... Do I have any... Why do I still say that I have, like, mentions? What's going on here? More trade write-ups. I'm interested to see. I don't care enough to do that. I'm not paying for the Athletic. Do we have new news? Nope, it's just the same thing that I just had up a second ago. This is when I call for some bailout comments. The Rays got to make a move. The Rays are going to get somebody. Caleb Durbin scores on wild pitch. Dodgers add another. We're still waiting for anything else to come on. It's bad to say. It's getting hot. How loud is that fan? How loud is that fan? I don't really hear it, so I think we're fine. We're gonna go. I actually need to find Luis Garcia prospects, and we can grade that. Can you tell me what I've missed? Okay, we got life in the chat from Cattle Blaster. So the latest news that we had was the Yankees have called for Adrian Morejon, and they told him no. That Adrian Morejon, the offer was for Will Warren, and they said no. Luis Garcia is the big name. Tyler Mahle just got moved a little bit ago. So that's kind of where we sit right now. Luis Garcia is so goofy. If you ever follow him on Instagram, it's a wonderful. Where's the return? Baseball trade values. I mean, they don't really care about any of these prospects. All right, so it was Yankees. Maybe they're not up. They might be already moved over. It's been a minute. It was before I went to basketball that the news came out. Number 11, or what was it? Yep, number 11. So these kids are gone. They've already moved them over, which kind of sucks. I kind of want to look at the rankings. Actually, I mean, I can. I can just take a look at the Nationals and see if they've updated them there. Washington Nationals. Look for the kids in the Yankees hats. Silbert. I don't see them. But yeah, no, that's kind of what you've missed. It's a whole lot of nothing is currently what we're waiting on. We got posts. Do we have anything? Let me see soon. What did he see? Do you think Rangers will make another move? What did the Rangers do? Did they make something small that I didn't see when I was at basketball? So the Rangers are a Casey Mize destination. I would have had them probably as a better fit for Luis Garcia if I had to throw that out there. I think they would be a good team to call for Luis Arise. I mean, is this top of this order? I understand it. Jock Peterson shouldn't lead off. Like, I'm still old-fashioned with that. I don't think Jock Peterson should lead off at all. I would put Jock Peterson probably 5th, move some of these guys down, get Nicky Lopez the hell out of a starting spot, and it's going to be Luis Arise. Now, it just comes down to who wants some more. Is it going to be... who becomes more desperate? Is it going to be the Rangers or the Rays? Because, I mean, they could also use a second baseman. I don't really think the Rays love Richie Palacios that much. I'd actually be shocked to hear if they loved him that much. But if you made your lineup Luis Arise, Yandy Diaz, or I would probably line it up Luis Arise, Jr., Aranda, Diaz, then figure out the rest from there. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, Logan O'Hoppe got demoted as soon as he got there, so I could care less about him and Chase Silseth. Like, I completely forgot Logan. Okay. I hate to be the bringer of bad news. I don't care about somebody whose baseball reference page looks like this. I don't. I could not care less about Logan O'Hoppe being traded to the Rangers and then sent to AAA as soon as he got there. Chase Silseth is a nice get, but I mean, is Chase Silseth helping you win the division? Actually, where do they have him slotted in? Okay, they have him set up as a slot, or not slot, setup man. I mean, they could definitely be a team to go out and get another bullpen arm. I don't think it would be anybody big. I don't think they're going to be in for the Morion market. I don't think they're going to be in the Lou Varland if Lou Varland gets moved. I don't think they're going to be in the Mason Miller. I would be shocked if they trade George Kirby. But like, come on. If Elias Diaz, it's 2026, and Elias Diaz and Austin Wynns, which Austin Wynns, or Reds legend, love me some Austin Wynns. Those two guys should not put, like, you shouldn't have two of these guys to trade for a catcher. They got off of Ohapi. That's what that trade was. They were dipping Ohapi. They were trying to find anybody who would be a sucker enough to take Ohapi, and they were able to get Chase. It was like, we'll give you Chase Silseth if we take our useless goods. I did hit Boston Ohtani, hit Rafaela, hit over 6. There we go. We are making bank in here, Tom. Taco Tom back in after last night. Back in here again. I also still want to bet Ohio State over. Ohio State, what's the spread on that game? What is the spread on that game right now? Where is it? More sports. Oh, wait, it's right there. I'm dumb. It's what? Week 2? Week 2. That's going to be a fun game. I can't wait to watch. What if I just did this easier? Standings. And we just go Big Ten, Ohio State. Oh, see, we're faster. At Texas. The spread is 1.5 spread over under a 47. You're no clue, but I like. But what Cattle? My favorite team is the Cincinnati Reds. I'm from Ohio. Last night we talked a lot about Ohio State football when it kind of got slow towards the end as we got news. Maybe a potential world. If you would have told me that the Boston Red Sox were going to be a potential World Series preview team, that is insane. I almost stopped everything that I was doing about 2 months ago and almost made a downfall of the Red Sox video. And then as soon as I did that, they started rattling off wins. I'm like, okay, no point in doing that. The spread is really only 1.5. So it's a true toss-up. It's a true toss-up. I hit on Reds, Pirates over. Bro, I'm ready for the Reds to start moving off pieces. I'm ready for Tyler Stevenson to be moved. I'm gonna say this right now. If you want to get better insight, I would go over and hop into Robbie Hyde's stream. Robbie Hyde is phenomenal. Him and Jim Riley, both really, really good with their live streams. I don't think Jim Riley started yet over at Ballcap. I tried starting a little bit earlier before some other people. I game in Austin, but Austin isn't the shoe. Fair. Austin ain't the shoe. But what has Texas's home record been since Sarks got there? It's got to be ridiculous. What's their as we've gone completely full schedule last year. Did they drop a game at home? they didn't drop a game. They lost to Georgia at home. Okay. I don't care about that. And then they dropped Red River to Oklahoma. Alright. Was that Sark's first year 23? Or was this no, I think was this Sark's first year? I don't remember what first year Sark got there. So they've lost to Oklahoma and Georgia at home, and it's their 2 losses over 2 years. Is I'm assuming that was conference championship? Yeah. I don't know why that's still with like the rest of it, but that's conference championship. Clemson, then that game. No, we beat OU, but that was in Aye, so that was in Dallas. Aye. Oh no, I'm not talking this year. I'm talking 2023. Was this the one that was in Dallas? The 34 to 30? Where was this? I'm assuming that this game was at. I actually see, hold up. All State, Red River rivalry. Cotton Bowl. Okay, that was at the Cotton Bowl. Okay, never mind. That was the neutral site then. Aye. John Mateer. Okay, yeah. John Mateer broke. Oh no, that was when John Mateer came back. That was when John Mateer he had broken his hand, and it had like plates and stuff in it. Jeremy Pena is having a ridiculous year. Jeremy Pena. I understand the Astros want to buy. They've tried getting Trevor Larnach, and they're going to be after Lars Nootbaar. But holy, is it going to be hard? Is it going to be hard to say no if a team gives a Godfather offer for Jeremy Pena? I don't realistically see it. Let's just say right now, if the Yankees call the Astros, and where's the Yankees? They're like right here. George Lombard's and Carlos LaGrange. If the Astros ask for that, don't understand why the Rays are. The Rays are trying. Well, no, the Rays got fastball Freddie. The Rays got Freddie Peralta. I like that for them because Freddie Peralta has been good. I think he hated being in New York. There's that. And the Rays make everybody better. Everybody called him Fastball Freddie because he threw so many fastballs. Is it? Yeah. Freddie Peralta. It was Fastball Freddie, and now he's actually gotten back to his fastball. What year was it when he was like almost all slider? Okay, no, so he's still throwing the fastball. They're going to bring back his slider. The Rays are going to bring back his slider. I guarantee it. I'm a Rangers fan, and we suck, but I don't know who's going for it. If I'm the Rangers, I wouldn't sell. I would light buy. It would have to be the lightest buy of all time. Like if let's hypothetically say the Rangers decide they want to buy at catcher. I'm back. Cattle Blaster's back. Welcome back. But if they decide to go get if Tyler Stevenson doesn't go for a crazy amount, I could see the Rangers getting into there. The only problem with that is I think the Dodgers and the Yankees are going to call. Tigers are raking. The Tigers, remember when they sold a couple years ago and they made the playoffs? They're 2.5 out, dude. Like, I get it kills your momentum when you trade away like your face of your franchise, but you just got your new face in your franchise, and Max Clark, and you got Zaire Hope. There's Zaire. Throw in the comments. Does Zaire Hope make the opening day roster next year? I wouldn't be shocked if Zaire Hope is the starting left fielder for them. I had to brush my teeth. I had a muffin right before hopping on. Chocolate muffin. The camera's far enough away from me that I don't think you can tell. I don't think I got chocolate in my teeth. Hopefully I don't. Camera is far enough away that I can sneak away. Tigers are now. This is what I would be interested. Do they hold on to Casey Mize? Because obviously there's going to be teams calling for Casey. As we got 3 posts, anything. Yankees interested in Heliot Ramos. Heliot Ramos. That kid's good. Tiger, who are you saying who's that for? Cattle. Who are you saying who's that? Zaire Hope? I mean, his chat's a little bit dragged behind, so I don't get to see exactly when you say. Like right now, I'm just now starting to talk about Heliot Ramos, and I'm looking off on my side screen. Tigers have to deal Casey Mize, but like, yes, they need to. The question is, do they? Because maybe they get hot, they decide to hold on to a lesser guy. Maybe they think they can re-sign him. Maybe they think they can re-sign Casey. The left field starter. Oh, Zaire Hope, the prospect they got back for Scooble. I think he's listed. What's he listed? Is he like 30? He should be higher than that. I'm big on Zaire Hope. Zaire Hope is the 25th prospect, and he's better than that. They kind of they gave up, but they're 2.5 back. They gave up a couple. How old is Mize? I think. Okay, so he was 2019 draft out of college. I'm going with 28. I'm going with 28. I don't know if that's accurate or true. I think he's 28 going on 29. 28 going on 29. He is 29 going on 30. Okay. So, if you were to tell me they gave him like a cheeky 3 years, 60, and that your 1-2 of the future is Fromber and for whatever it's worth and Casey. Who's the best Ranger? That's Sebastian Walcott by a mile and a half. That is Sebastian Walcott. What's he ranked? He's like right outside. Yeah, no. Sebastian Walcott is ranked number 10. Sebastian Walcott's going to be a... How far? What? Did he just get to Double A? Okay, yeah, he just got... Has he been hurt most of the year? Did I not realize Sebastian Yikes. I don't like the strikeouts that I'm seeing early. But yet again, he's just started the year. Sebastian Walcott always hurts. Sebastian is always... Okay. Wait, where is Sebastian Walcott from that he signed? Where is he like Netherlands? Is he from the Netherlands? Where is Sebastian Walcott from that he was a signee in 23? No, he's not getting ABs because of hurt. Where is he from? I'm sad Rangers got swept. Who'd they get swept by? Who were they playing this week? 3 new posts, anything? Okay. This is what is interesting to me. What are the Marlins going to do with Kyle Stowers? They signed him at like 14. Where's he from? Sebastian, yeah, no, I wasn't spelling that correctly. Where's this kid born? Okay, Bahamas. Okay, I was about to say, because he can't be U.S. born if he was a signee. He had to be foreign. Okay, they got swept by the Astros. Astros are hot. And Astros, okay, you got your information. Rangers are interested in getting these hitters from Miami. Now, will Miami sell is arguably the bigger issue. Means they don't need to sell. They're a game and a half out. Is most likely to be third base. Well, yeah, because Seager's not going to go anywhere. And it's currently who's currently holding down? Is it shoot, what's his name? He's also always hurt. All-Star his rookie year. Okay, well he's hurt again because it's Ezekiel Duran. Josh Jung. Yeah, because Jace Jung is his younger brother who's a Tigers player. Oh, I forgot Danny Jansen's also here. How long till Danny's back and Kyle? Walk-on issues, he's just dinged up. Dude, I know all prospects that are just always hurt. I still haven't seen any news on if Alfredo Duno's okay. That's scaring me. The less he plays. I remember being so high on Josh Jung. And then he breaks out his rookie year, and then now the only thing he's done is break everything. Like in his body. We're soaring, we're flying, these aren't stars. Sal Stewart, the fact Ke'Bryan Hayes went yard today just makes me laugh. I'm looking for Twins outfield who went top 3. Twins outfield looking top 3. Oh, he's like 25 feet tall. Oh no. Jordan Lawler? Jordan Lawler, no, it's Walter Jenkins is the kid's name. There we go. Walter Jenkins. He is, what is he? Yep, Walter Jenkins, top. Oh no, he went number 5. Is that who you're talking about though? High school dude? I don't remember. Was Walter Jenkins might have been out of high school. That was 3 years ago. Are you talking about Walter Jenkins? Or why am I saying Walter? Walker Jenkins. Is that who you're talking about? Yes, Jenkins. Okay. I had it like right there on my tongue, and then it like came to me like an epiphany. I believe he's also been banged up too this year. He's also always hurt. But that's just kind of what the Twins do. Do you think about Corey Seager playing double A rehab game and coming back to the majors? Corey Seager playing second? My initial answer would be, well, is he back already? Okay, no, Corey Seager's already back. Jenkins is just always hurt, but with Corey Seager, why would you want him to play second? I get he's not the greatest shortstop defender. Are you just gonna have Nicky Lopez be defensive only shortstop? You're just flopping around the roles? I don't see why you would want to do that. Dude, I hate this new Blazers owner. I hate this dude. He comes in, he's not willing. He no t-shirts, which I get's dumb. Hey, Miguel Andujar could get it done for Adley Rutschman. Corey's that contract was scary when it got made. It worked because you won a World Series officially in the 61. Are they actually? Oh my god, dude. Oh, he played 2 games at double. Okay. I get what you're saying now. It's like, huh? I misread that. I was like, him playing second base would be. Who's your guys' manager down there? It's not is it still the 95-year-old dude that was a part of the World Series team? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? No, no, no. Why am I drawing a blank? It's late. It's late and I'm tired. Who's your guys' manager? Because Bruce Bochy. John Morant's gonna act like a fool up there with Scoot. Hey, this might be John Morant's last dance. If John Morant's dog shit this year, it's over. John Morant ain't gonna get another contract. Okay, why do I still have like notifications coming? Gronk, no. Mentions still. Why does it still say? Is it because of my For You? Alright. I like WAR because I think it's a great tool to measure players' value. What? This is where you lose me. Let's call it. Yeah. Okay. Call me biased. Oh, it's Skip Schumacher, the Marlins, former Marlins manager, former Reds player. Okay, I was about. Did Bruce Bochy get fired, or did he just like drive off into retirement land? I was about to say, but who do you have winning the NL Rookie of the Year? I'm going Sal. We got Cards guy. Ew. I can't give to JJ. Yeah, good player. I can't give it to JJ Weatherholt. I'm sorry. You can't be a rookie and lead the major. Okay, he quit. Yeah, I mean I'd also quit too if half my roster was on the IL 24/7. You can't look me dead in the eyes and tell me, "Oh, it's just is it just the rookie of the year for defense? Defensive rookie of the year? Is that just what we want to call it?" One new poster. We got anything? Selling off veterans. Braves. Do we have anything new on the rumor front? Needs some kind of mid-rotation stability. Tyler Mount. I had Kevin McGonigal AL. Like, who's really challenging McGonigal for AL Rookie of the Year? I think it's just Kevin. I think if Kevin McGonigal got hurt and was out for the rest of the year, I think McGonigal still wins it. Because who else is like chasing him down? Like, if we go stats, and then we select player pool, qualified rookies, American League. Okay, I guess Munetaka Murakami. I mean, I guess he could sneak in. If Kevin McGonigal doesn't play another game, then I think Murakami would get back into it. It's close, though. I don't think Chase DeLauder doesn't have the ring enough to get there. Sam Antonacci All right. Tell you now, I bet 20 on night. Keelan Russell Heisman plays quarterback. Yeah. I know Keelan Russell. Because it's Keelan Russell or Austin Mack who are going to be battling for the job. Also threw down 10 OU Mateer. Dude, if you've seen the photos of John Mateer right now, John Mateer looks jacked. I thought John Mateer was a sneaky Heisman guy last year. I really liked John Mateer. Then he destroyed his hand. But, holy. Keelan Russell winning the Heisman. Yeah. Keelan Russell, what is he? He's a former 5-star. Is he? He's a what? Red shirt? Or no, they're getting rid of the red shirt. So is he technically a sophomore? Rangers should step up their game so they can make the play. I mean, here's my only issue with the Rangers is that what if I go to payroll? As I can take a look. All right. Free agents. Chris Martin, who cares? Jalen Beeks, who cares? Jordan Montgomery, who cares? He's like 19. Okay, so he's probably a true sophomore then. All right, so he's young. But You have like what, 4 key free agents and a lot of guys. Jock Peterson, what is that? Mutual option, that's getting declined. Kyle Higashioka, Reds legend Jacob Junis, that's being declined. So you have your core still here. You have your core for the Rangers. From the Rangers, don't do anything stupid. If you can backdoor your way into the playoffs, great. Absolute cinema. If you can't, don't be dumb. Uh, if Alabama can't run the ball, I don't think it matters for Keelan Russell. Like, I liked Ty Simpson last year. I thought he's probably a better true quarterback than Mendoza. The only issue with that is that his number one wide receiver was too busy hanging out with sorority girls. Caden Proctor can't actually block at all, so he's now the Dolphins' problem. And then Jeremy Bernard's your number one, and then your running backs are all hurt and you can't run the ball at all. If Ty Simpson had any bit of a running game, he probably keeps having that first year and wins the Heisman. Is Mason Miller agreed Alabama, D and run, but Russell is a video game? Keelan Russell might win the job over Austin Mack just solely because he can move. Austin Mack probably, because he's been around a little bit, will be the better true passer. Keelan Russell's winning the job means his offensive line is going to be horrible. I still don't think Alabama's O-line is going to be good. You can win games with Keelan Russell playing hero ball, if you will. I don't think you can do it if Austin Mack plays hero ball, just because of the different athletes. But is Mason Miller, I'm assuming, Cattle, you're saying going to the Brewers? I don't think the Brewers go after somebody like that. The Brewers, I don't think, will be after a Mason Miller. That's too big fish hunting, especially for the Padres don't have a reason to trade Mason Miller. You just gave up all those assets to get him last year. Like, what are you going to require? Like, you traded Leo DeVries. Are you going to want Jesus Made and then less? Jesus Made and then let's call it your, like, 10th and 15th best prospects. Is that what they would have to give up? Yeah, Mason Miller's not getting moved. There's no way. You have to think about what your investment was. Your investment to get him was Leo DeVries, who is a month older than me, which is ridiculous. Right? Padres dealt a top. Yeah, exactly. Padres. Are you trading him to the Dodgers for Jose DePaula? Like, you're either getting, if you're going to the Brewers, it would have to be Jesus Made and others. And I see the Brewers being like, oh, you want Jesus Made? Like, they're hanging up on that. As soon as Jesus Made's name is spoken off the tongue, that call's getting hung up. That call's getting hung up immediately. There's no way. Or they get a bunch of major league guys, but the amount of major league talent you would have to get back would be so ridiculous. Can you hit 25 homers and OPS in 930? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what Moone's at for OPS in 930. I think that's where he's at. Jesus Made's gonna be awesome, dude. Now, the only reason the Brewers might trade him, and I'm starting off with this preface, is I don't think they will, and I don't think they should. Well, let's just play the game. We're here. Let's play the game. You have Luis Pena, who I believe can play short, if I'm not mistaken. You have Jet Williams, who you have already paid, and then Cooper Pratt you've already paid. So, if and this is a huge if the other two guys are your option, yeah, Jesus Made. It's so hard to predict power output for kids that are in double A for me. Like, I think he's really 19. Is he really 18? Yeah. Jesus Made's 19 years old right now, dude. Like, he's like half a year younger than me. That's ridiculous. But like, he just turned like 3 months ago. 3 months ago, he was 18. Like, Made's won the shiny. Yeah. If you think Jet Williams or Luis Pena or Cooper Pratt or Brady Abel or Diego Fontado or Jesus Rodriguez or your future shortstops, then you could trade Luis Made. But it would have to be for something insane. Do we have anything new? Drop down in the comments. Is Adley Rutschman being traded? Is Adley Rutschman being traded? I don't think Adley Rutschman's a Dodger or bust in my mind. I don't think. I'm actually shocked. We're an hour in. I was just watching him 2 years ago. BA and IG. He's great. Where's BA and IG? I mean, I think that's also a big thing with the Brewers is that every single person. I don't think the Brewers have had anybody the past 5 years. It's been a problem. Like the Brewers don't care. It's like, oh, you're talented. We'll ship you off for 10 more guys that we can develop to be talented. If we think you're going to be a problem ever, we're not signing you. That's so insane. Who realistically would be available right now that would get you Jesus Made? Is there like where's that trade tracker? Another trade tracker. I'll tell you what right now. I'm not acquiring any reliever with the name Blewett as the last name. I don't care if he throws 95. I'm not signing you. He's been around since 2020. Hold up, now I'm curious. What games did he appear in for this 2022 Royals? Was 2 games. Hold up, how do I see that? Can I take a look at his game log? Okay. No, he was not a part of. Yeah, zero way he gets dealt. Like, that's what I'm saying. But who would it have to be who comes available? Like, I think, like, if for some reason the Pirates decided they wanted to trade Skeens, but they never do that in division. Maybe if Brian Cashman gets drunk behind the wheel of the Yankees, he trades Lakers, Mavericks, discuss PJ Washington trade. Lakers trying to get their one white guy on their roster. Actually, no, that's not true. They have Colin Sexton. And then, what else do they have? I think they have a. They're not all just a snow time Lakers. Does spring training mean anything? Do we still think, okay, 2 best National League teams are the best? Maybe I'm buying into. Maybe I'm buying into spring training numbers again. I probably shouldn't, because hold up, if we go back to my own YouTube channel, let's go ahead. Go back to videos. Yep, right here. Spring training numbers for Matt McClain. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's surely having a great year. He figured out something at the plate. He must be a stud this year. Nope. Not at all. He's been dreadful. He has been good defensively, and he's got a little bit of wheels. And he goes yard every once in a while. Am I allowed to watch this? Probably not. So I'm not gonna. That'll probably get a copyright strike. It's hard to know what I'm allowed to show and not show on YouTube, which sounds crazy out of pocket. Forever a part of history, La Piedra. The Rock. Rare, yeah. I missed La Piedra with the Reds, man. And we got nothing for him. Noelvi Marte, Edwin Arroyo, they've both just been so bad. Noelvi Marte's had like 5 good months since coming up in 23. He's had 5 good months in the big league since coming up. But it is, I will say this. This is one thing I am making official. I will be live tomorrow. I'm still going to be in here for a little bit. I think something could happen. I am still going to be in here. But I will be going live tomorrow at hopefully 12:30 noon. 12:30 or noon. And I will be through. It's going to be a long live stream. It's going to be 7 hours is my plan. We're going to run till about 7 p.m. We're going to talk about winners and losers of this deadline. Delman Young was number 1. When I was your age, Delman Young. Oh my God. Hold on. What year did that? Did it? Oh, what did That's. I was gotta say, I feel like I remember Dimitri Young more. But that's also just because he played for the Reds for a bit. I gotta say. Dimitri Young was good. For like a little bit. Also a Tiger. Forgot he was an early national. Hit 230 for them. Holy. Did he get tested for roids that year? Probably. We need news. We need news. It's quiet right now. It's really, really quiet. Yeah, exactly. That's what's so somber. You can go back and watch on the video of the Tigers broadcast for Tyler Stevenson's homer. The entire time they're like, he was late on the pitch. As I actually can't hover over that. That'll get me striked. Just waiting for anything. There's got to be something coming. There's got to be somebody big. It's been too quiet. When was the last time Jeff Passan put out anything? Hold up. When did we have the last news? It's been 2 hours since Kevin Gossman was traded, and it's been about an hour since Tyler Mahle got traded, and we've had nothing else. Nothing else at all. It's really becoming a slow news day. And I thought a lot there was going to be action. Because I'm going to put a poll up in the chat. Sort of poll. My poll is going out. It is, how many trades do you think we have for the rest of the night? And then I kind of time stamped it. Do we really have nothing? No news? No news? But the poll is, how many trades do you think will happen to end the rest of the night? We have 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 10, and then 11 plus. The Vegas odds for 11 plus are not great. Why is Rokio trending? What did Rokio do? Both Bailey and Rokio take exception to Tim Tawa trying to break up a perfect game with a bunt. Oh, shut up. Dude, you're so soft. There's levels of soft. It's gone quiet. Do we have nothing? Anything from Mark? It's been over an hour since we last had any news? That's crazy. Alright. For the people in the chat, what I want them to do is I want them to comment a team and a player. A team and a player, a trade target that you think a team could go out there. Put as many as you can. I'll scroll back through them. I'm going to go get myself another drink. And I'm going to be back in just a minute. So we will be back here real soon. Hello, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. We are about to be back in about another minute. Give me one more minute. Mike was still muted, but we are back. We are back looking at any news we have. I'm currently sat down as I went and got myself something to eat. As holy, this camera is nowhere near as good as my other camera, but we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look. Camera's still up. And we are still here. And we will continue to still be here. Even with... Really, it looks like no news. No news kind of does suck. As a Rangers fan, give me a big bat. Issue is I don't think the Rangers are going to go out and get a big bat. If I had to be completely honest, I don't think they go out and get a big bat. I mean, completely honest, and this is only currently a temporary camera for those who are joining right now. Only a temporary camera while I currently sit down and eat myself a nice salad. Brought myself up a Caesar salad while I was downstairs. So, getting something healthy in so I can feel a little less fat. You know, always got to make sure I feel a little bit better. How does my audio sound over here? Eat myself a nice salad. Oh, wow. Audio seems to almost be caught back up again. Don't know how it becomes delayed, necessarily. But we got a little bit... Yes, I will still be going. We are still going. We will be going. I think my plan was to go to 1 o'clock. Right now, with it being almost 11:20, it's gonna be hard. Man, Caesar salad is good, but Caesar dressing is so bad. Not help. Yeah. I mean, Caesar dressing is good. It tastes nice. It tastes nice. I just don't want to hear what it does to me later on. You know that Don't really need to hear that one. So I just realized my door's still left wide open. I mean, yeah, no, we got a different view for the room right now. Different view of the room. Currently, the back view is how do we not? I currently have this is my laptop that runs everything. My assisting eating asparagus now with Rick. You might have to invite me over after this. Holy, I might want to cop some. But we got nothing. Anything from John Morosi. Anything from anybody. Nothing. We heard an hour ago that people were monitoring the pitching market. Allegedly. But apparently we're all just monitoring and not really doing anything. How do we have nothing? How do we have nothing? I mean, yes, this lockout's not helping anything, but that normally trade deadline eve is so busy. And I would have thought with Scooble being off the market, because I just realized my mic's all the way over there, but the lockout is, I don't know how loud that was. Let me actually take a look. All right, so you could still hear me, so you can get the point. But it's so quiet. And with Scooble off the market, Luis Garcia got moved, so there's one of the top bats. I wonder if, did Hunter Goodman play today? Do we know if Hunter Goodman played? Yes, the deadline is tomorrow at 7. Anybody who's a Rockies fan, do we know anything about Hunter Goodman? Did Hunter Goodman play today? Looking at the box score, he didn't. It was Brett Sullivan catching. Brett Sullivan's catching. I wonder if there's a holdup because everybody is after Hunter Goodman. Is that's kind of what it has to be, right? It's got to be Hunter Goodman. I don't know what other starting pitcher who's available is going to get everybody worked up. Trending, Blue Jays. Anything new? Doesn't look like it. It's a real standstill. We have 6 teams in the AL in contention. There's plenty of teams in the AL that have a chance to contend just because of how bad the standings are over there. If we go just to the wild card and take a look, you have the wild card teams currently are the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Guardians. A game out of the Guardians is the Twins. A game and a half out from there is the Rangers. 2 games out is the Mariners. 2.5 out is Baltimore. Also 2.5 out's the Tigers. Blue Jays are 4.5 out, and they're 8 under 500. Like, there's legit contenders still. As that probably I got way close to my mic there. There are plenty of contenders in the American League now. Do they decide to buy? I don't know. I think the Mariners have signaled that they don't plan to be contenders this year. I think the Tigers have also done that. I think the Orioles. So currently, right now, the teams that are in contention is there's 5 teams really fighting for a wild card. The Rangers, the Twins, the Guardians, the Red Sox, and the Yankees. 3 of those 5 are going to be your wild card teams, most likely. My shitty Rangers won the World Series with not. They didn't win with nothing. They had El Bombay. El Bombay was wonderful, and that was when everybody came up and like their entire team was an all-star that one year. Do we have anything new? We have 2 new posts, and it's just an Astros beat reporter glazing Jeremy Pena. Okay. Michael Schwarb, I don't like him. He's just annoying. He spams the feed so much. Like, I follow him for news, but like half the time he's just on something about the Astros. It's like, I get you're a beat reporter, but holy, calm down. Dude. He had them getting Kyle Stowers and Sandy in one move, and that's what he actually posted. See, that's the kind of stuff that annoys me. For your 5th, 9th, and 4th ranked prospects, Astros don't have a good farm system, so I don't think that gets done. There's no way that actually gets done. Uh, so what I currently had on my they had career years. Why aren't the Rays moving? Astros, Indians/Guardians, White Sox. I think the White Sox are done. Personally, I think the White Sox are done. I think the White Sox might be done. Holy, I don't think the White Sox. I don't think it would be smart for them to keep buying. If I'm being honest, I don't think they have a lot more to buy. I mean, I don't think the White Sox have a lot to buy because Sam Antonacci, rookie, Murataka Murakami, rookie, Miguel Vargas, breakout. Who are you trading for that's a bat wise? All your outfield's rookies. Your DH is Benintendi. Do you go out and bench Benintendi? Not with his contract. Add to the bullpen, maybe? I don't think they add to the rotation, especially with anybody with control. Yeah, White Sox smoked the Rays. I don't think the White Sox add anymore. There we go. But I tried something. Yeah, I mean, here's what it is with the White Sox. They're playing with house money. They're truly playing with house money. They're playing with money that they don't really have. They're playing with a credit card that's not linked to them. That's what they're messing with right now. They're so ahead of schedule. Anything? Anything? No, nothing? Really? Ty France is an interesting name to look at for a possible trade piece for somebody. I don't really know who they would be looking for a first baseman like a Ty France. Hey, Yankees, go out and get him. You don't need him. Brewers need power bat. I don't disagree with you. As here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into studio mode. I'm gonna go into studio mode. I'm gonna add a display capture. I'm gonna select primary. And so while I'm eating, I will have my display up for it so that I'm not being like rudely weird and having. Let me crop all the tabs and stuff out. Uh-oh. Come on, stop being annoying, OBS. There we go. Maybe? I need to lock everything else just to allow me to move it. There we go. Yeah, exactly. So I still got this pulled up. So we can scroll through Twitter here. We have a new post. Bill Simmons not sure New Orleans will have it. I mean, I don't think they really have an NBA team with how bad their roster is. This is painful. Let's read into what do we have here. Let's just scroll through John Morosi news. And let's see, what does John Morosi have? Tigers are 2 games back in the loss column for the final AL wild card if they had the 7-0 lead last Wednesday. Reds are willing to move hitters. JJ Bleday, Nathaniel Odenmeyer. Steer has been an option before he was injured. Liam Hicks is a name to watch over the next 24 hours. Marlins are engaged in trade conversation. 6 has an 800 OPS with multiple contenders need catching. And the Marlins have a very high on a young left-handed hitting catcher on their roster, Joe Mack, and then they also have the young catcher from last year. Reed Detmers and I don't think Soriano gets moved, but that's just me personally. I don't think I would move Soriano. Max Clark has looked damn good. Well, we already knew this was going to happen. They have a lot. The fact that only one of these top 5 names they had to actually give up to get Scooble is insane to me. It seems everyone is giving up because lockout. I mean, I'm not. Bro, you got me so excited for no reason there, Mark Feinsand. Mark, why'd you do that? Mark Feinsand just made me jump. Ryan. What's his name? Ryan Ruscio. Yep, you can hear the plate in the back. When's Wander Franco coming back? Hopefully never. Rossillo. What am I looking for? The Barstool guy? Is it something I'm missing right now? Am I drawing a blank? Hold on. Who is this? Who are you talking about? Maybe I'm just not putting the name together. I don't think I've actually ever listened to ESPN radio in my life, but did he tweet something? Oh, you were kidding. Alright. I got no. You had me thrown for a loop there. I legit don't think I've listened to ESPN radio like twice in my life. This is interesting. Who is the source? I normally trust MLB trade rumors, but who's the source? Not expected to fire sale. This stance could certainly change, but certainly be walked back if rival teams step up strong offers. All right. This is what I was saying earlier. That the Tigers might not trade Casey Mize. I think it would be dumb for them to, but maybe the Tigers don't plan to fire sale. The one issue I have with the Rangers is that the majority of their core, if the Rangers, I agree. I think Mize, if you could get Mize and Glaber for Mize and Glaber, it would have to be a prospect between 7 and 10 that I'd be willing to give up for rentals right now. I would not be willing to go that far. If you could get Mize. No, I won't call you sped for that. I think that realistically could be an option for them. Craziest thing I've heard. If Sowers is traded to the Astro, it must be at the minimum you get Cam Smith, Isaac Paredes, and a prospect, 2 ready bats. See, that's the thing they say. Stowers is under control. He's a good bat. Cam Smith. If Stowers is traded, it has to be for a big league ready prospect, a big league hitter, and then a prospect. How is that crazy? You know, what if I were the Rangers and the Tigers called like, hey, we'll give you Mize and Glaber. All we want is Sebastian Walcott. I'm laughing. I'm spitting into the phone and then slamming it closed. I'm hanging up on that. I'm trying to think, who would I even from these prospects? If I was making a trade for the Rangers to get Casey Mize and Glaber, the deal would start around Dalton Pence. I think because he's at AAA. Is he pitching well in AAA? He just got there, and the answer is no. But I still think it would start around Dalton Pence. If you were going to trade Sebastian Walcott, it would have to be somebody better than Glaber and Mize, in my opinion. The Astros either need to sell or they need to be aggressive buyers for guys that are cost controlled. But I would start we just got pumped by the Astros, but they're not that much better in my I don't think they are that much better. Like truthfully, I think if you gave up Dalton Pence and then let's call it a prospect in this say Song Jung Kim kid, if you gave up this kid, just a kind of a flyer, two-way guy, maybe he's going to be a pitcher, maybe he's a shortstop. Ellie. Don't make me laugh. When I saw yeah, this is what I wanted last year. I mean, it's just weird spot for the Rangers. The Rangers are trapped. That's what's the problem. I just don't know realistically what gets the Rangers. Here we go. Yankees have asked about Lars Nootbaar. Rays have scouted Dustin May, and the Phillies are interested in both Cardinals players. We're just sitting in an awkward spot where there's too many bidding wars. There's too many bidding wars. Once one breaks, I think it's going to be a storm. There's going to be a storm of prospects coming up, or storm of trades that happen. And I think, could it be centered around the Cardinals right now? Are the Cardinals the team holding up this deadline? I mean, yes, it's a bidding war for slightly above average players. But that's the other issue. Is that with the lockout, teams don't want to give up all these top guys. They don't want to do it. Do the Cards trade Walker? If I was their GM, he would have been traded 3 hours ago. I don't think he gets traded, though, just because he's a top prospect that's finally found his footing. With that being said, in my eyes, he's a top prospect who's finally had a good year, so he would be shipped off. I think the Cardinals are listening on almost everybody, but they would need a Godfather offer on Jordan Walker to even consider moving him. Walker, I believe, is 24. And then Phillies need to be Phillies are waiting to see how cheap they can get Dalton Varsho. They're waiting for Dalton Varsho's market to either heat up or cool down so they can hop in. I mean, Justin Crawford's not going to pass there, but we were talking about St. Louis. I think he's probably 24. He is 24. Yeah, he just turned 24. All right. Phillies are heavy buyers. I don't think they would sell unless the only way I could see the Phillies quote unquote selling is if they sold starting rotation to get somebody else. Like, Nola's been so bad I can't see them trading Luzardo. But that's what it would have to come down to, is that they would have to move. Skeens looks like trash. What Pitt's doing. I think Pirates just need to stand firm. 3 new posts. I will also no longer be going live on my DraftNet channel tomorrow for the trade deadline. I'll still be going on James. Who cares, dude? I don't think DraftNet Mark has had a good take in about 3 years. And I don't even think I can name what take that was. I think Phillies are going to be interested in bullpen. Phillies cannot win a series, in my opinion, but it's all these teams that aren't shit but not good. I think the Phillies' offense is a problem. Like, I trust Schwarber, Harper, and crazy enough to say Brandon Marsh. I don't trust Real Muto. I don't think I trust Trey Turner right now, unless Trey Turner's numbers have turned around. Yeah, no, they haven't. So I don't trust Trey Turner. I trust about 3 of their 9 hitters. They need Dalton Varsho badly. And they need Trey Turner and Alec Boehm to get going. Because what's Alec Boehm hitting? I know it's not great. It is, in fact, terrible. See, here's what would be an interesting contender versus contender trade, trading baggage. What if the Phillies traded Alec Boehm to the Yankees for Jazz? Would not, because both of their contracts expire at the end of the year. They'd get, because I believe Bryson Stott came up as a shortstop. Bryson Stott's also a good defensive second baseman, so Stott could move over to short for a little bit. Actually, no. What would you then do? Put Trey Turner in the outfield? No, I actually take that back. I don't think Jazz Chisholm. It's crazy. You tell me you got Can't America Harper, Trey Schwarb can't hit. Trey Turner hasn't been good. I don't know. The Yankees need to get rid of Jazz Chisholm. I don't, and somebody needs to get rid of. They need to find a way to get rid of Alec Boehm. I don't know how they do it. They need to get rid of Alec Boehm. There's no reason why Alec Boehm should be their 4-hole hitter. I don't care. No reason. I think this might mean the Braves are done. I think the Braves might be done moving. I think the Braves are done. You went out and you got your platoon outfielder to pair up with Mike Yastrzemski. You got your extra starting pitcher, so you can do whatever the hell you want to do with Martin Perez or anybody else. J.R. Ritchie, you can send him back down. Grant Holmes, do whatever you want to do with him. Like, you now have options. Philly should deal everybody. That's a bit of an overreaction, especially because they lead their division. Or no, they're second in their division. I can just go. Yeah, no, there is no news. Like, they're firmly in the wild. I don't think the Phillies are going to win anything. But they're going to be in the playoffs. I don't think Philly should deal. Phillies don't have a reason to sell. At least not yet. If Harper was to go out with a season-ending injury or Schwarber, I would say pack it up and trade pieces. But I don't see that needing. Need to look at Mets. Like, what do you want the Mets to do? Who are the Mets going to trade? It's Luke Weaver and who else? I mean, is AJ Ewing, rookie. Francisco Lindor, not being traded in the offseason. Has Lindor just been horrible? How is he ranked 200? Why is he rated so badly? Why is Lindor ranked the 204th place? Oh, has he been like hurt? Okay, he's played 55 games. Okay, yeah, no, it's because he's hurt. I'm like, huh? Like, has he just been horrible? Bo Bichette, what team? That's what I'm saying. All these mid teams are close. Padres, I think, are going to sell off everybody that's on a 1-year deal. Dodgers trading Tariq Skubal. I was never going to mean the end of Shohei Ohtani pitching this season. It does take pressure off him. That's a whole lot of nothing. The Mets are trying to move Luis Robert. Luis Robert has no trade value. He sucks. And you can't get rid of him. Try and trade Sean Manaea? Maybe? Who's gonna... Do you want the Airbender? Devin Williams? Is this like your big get in your bullpen? But these three are gonna... Or I've seen Hazukar Brazuban was rumored. Brooks Raley's been rumored. Luke Weaver's been rumored. Devin Williams has been rumored. Daniel Duarte's a Met. Daniel Duarte is a Met. Reds legend just disappeared off the face of the earth for a couple years. But hey, he's doing pretty good. Good for you, Daniel. Good for you. The Mets got to do a whole retool. I would try and get off Jorge Polanco's contract, but I don't think you're going to be able to do that. Although Jorge Polanco's just had so many injuries this year that I would almost say scrap it. And there's no way he's going to be as bad as he's been this year next year. I refuse to believe. I mean, like, Jorge Polanco was so bad in 24, and then he was like a playoff hero for the Mariners last year. Jorge Polanco just feels like I've never gone after Luis Robert 24 going on. Yeah. Like, his body just doesn't hold up. Like, at all. It's actually, hold up. Happy birthday. He's about to have his 30th birthday. Right? Is that what I'm reading? Or is he about to turn 29? It says date of birth 29 years old, but there's no decimal. So we're about to have a Luis Robert birthday. Happy birthday, Luis Robert. Nobody wants you. I remember they were trying to get all the Reds prospects to get Luis Robert. I'm so happy they didn't do that. Even if the prospects are horrible, which I think they are. Luis Robert came on with a flash back when his back wasn't being held together with medical tape. Do we have? I have to think the Rays are in on a middle infielder. You just have to think. I'm gonna refresh eventually. Saw a team. Is Hunter Green expendable? Saw teams asking for him. Allegedly, Hunter Green has been shut down. Allegedly, he's been shut down. That he's not going to be traded. But yet again, they said the same thing, that Jonathan India was not going to be traded, and then they traded him for Brady Singer, not at the deadline, but that offseason. There's no way at trade deadline eve we're about to go an hour. When did we have news last? When did where is he at? When did Mark Feinsand tweet about Tyler Mahle? We haven't had news since 9:30. I've been waiting for the Reds to be good again my entire adult life. I was a big Chris Sabo fan. Chris Sabo with the goofy glasses. Norm Charlton. Eric the Red. Barry Larkin. I'll tell you one thing about Barry Larkin. Barry Larkin is a great baseball player. He needs to never commentate another game. Because poor John Sadak. John Sadak has a lot of energy when he calls games. A lot of energy when he calls games. Then we have new post. Got catfished again. Got catfished again. But Barry Larkin is just so boring as a color commentator. It's like, Barry, do you have any thoughts? He's like, he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good. And then somebody makes an error. It's like, guess he just wasn't thinking straight. It's like, oh, really? I mean, you were a Gold Glove shortstop. Maybe you want to talk about the fundamentals of what he messed up? No, I don't want to be mean. Team address is on the back. The Reds haven't been good since we had an actual fascist neo-Nazi as an owner. The Reds' new ownership is so bad that I'm actively rooting for Marge Schott to come back from the dead to take over this team. Because at least she would give people money. Who sent back Barry Bonds? Barry Bonds feels like an actual decent human being. Bro, Marge. We haven't been good since she left. Since she was calling Eric Davis her $1 million something that I'm not going to repeat on air. But we haven't been good since those days. Actually, no, we had like 3 years in 2010 to 2013 that we were actually good. And that was when we had Joey Votto just come up. And then you had just traded for Brandon Phillips, the come up of Jay Bruce, Edison Volquez, Johnny Cueto, Aaron Harang. Who was the goofy Asian dude? Who was the goofy Asian kid that was the closer, along with Chapman and Sam LeCure? Danny Graves. Danny Graves. We haven't been good since they were actually on this team. I will say I miss that dude playing second base. Means we've gone from our second baseman since him, Scooter Gennett, in his 4-homer game. Jose Peraza, Jonathan India, Brandon Drury for a little bit too. Max Schrock, a goat. Aleo Lopez, a goat. Edwin Arroyo and Matt McClain. Like, we haven't actually had a legit all-star first baseman or second baseman outside of like the 1 year India put together. Joe Morgan, hold up, where do I have that hat? I went to, it was the year Joe Morgan died. They had Joe Morgan Day, and I got it's like a Joe Morgan hat. It looks like something that was just put together for like $3 that they made like right before the game. Hold up, I'll actually get my camera to show that. Alright, so I can turn this on. Uh-oh, where did video capture 2 go? There we go. It's the Joe Morgan hat. Brought to you by Delta. But yeah, no, got it for Joe Morgan Day, 8/8/21. So yeah, got the Joe Morgan hat. As we'll go back to this, I'm almost done eating my salad, and then we'll go back to the main feed. I'm trying to remember who all was a part. Oh, so it was Cesar Geronimo, and Jack Billing. Man, if Jack Billingham would have just won an extra game in either 73 or 74, his career would be so much more like remembered. If he would have won 20 games, ate my steak and asparagus, used the restroom, little light shot. Dude, it's been, there's absolutely no news. I feel like it's like the old clip of the guy from, shoot, what's that stupid movie? It's like Megamind when he's like, no bitches, just change it to no news. No news. We got absolutely nothing going on. We have the same photo being put. Somebody's got the Kylo Ren more. What more do the Cubs need? Maybe more bullpen, maybe more starting rotation. There's no way that it's almost been. It's going to be 3 hours since we actually had more news. Absolutely no news, man. What do I want the Reds to do? I'll tell you what I want the Reds to do. I want everybody on a 1-year deal gone. New Heights with Travis and Jason. What I want the Reds to do. One, I want, although this pitching market slowed so quickly, I wanted Brady Singer to go to the White Sox because I thought he was going to be a perfect spot there. I wanted Spencer Steer to be traded to the Mariners to get a pitcher back, but that fell through because Steer got hurt. I don't know what JJ Bleday's value is, at least on the market. So if it's not going to get us back like an actual, like maybe future quality player, I don't want to move him. I'd rather just hold on because I think we got 2 more years of control. And then somebody's going to give up something for Nate Lowe. Like Nate Lowe feels like a perfect trade piece for somebody. But I don't know who that somebody is. We got bullpen arms. We have Brock Burke, Caleb Ferguson, Pierce Johnson, Emilio Pagan's been better of late, and he's got an extra year on his deal. Yes, I would trade Ellie, but, and it's a strong but, it would have to be Juan Soto's level of highway robbery. I would need to be getting back a player of CJ Abrams' caliber when he was traded, a prospect like James Wood, a prospect like Robert Hassel, and a future starting pitcher like Mackenzie Gore. I would need to get everything. Yeah, exactly. Like if somebody gave me an offer that it's like I would have to be dumb to refuse, Ellie De La Cruz would be traded tomorrow if I was a GM. Now, I don't think Nick Kroll would do that because he's too afraid to make the fan base scared. If I got the Juan Soto offer, Ellie would have been a Red Sox. Is Ellie a future MVP? No. I don't think he is. I don't expect that MVP type leap to come. Gore plays for your Rangers now, and that's the whole thing. They got Gore to pitch good. They flipped him at his one good year, and that's why I would also, if I was when I was going back to talking about Weston Sandlin, and who do you think is Zach Neto? I don't think Zach Neto will get traded. I truly don't think Zach Neto will get traded. As I would be shocked if Zach Neto was actually traded at this point. If he was traded, it would be to the Yankees. I don't think the Yankees have the appetite to go get Zach Neto right now after the Luis Garcia trade. Because I think a Neto trade would have to start with a young major leaguer, so it would probably have to be Volpe 6. And then we would start talking about Carlos LaGrange and Kyle Carr, maybe. I believe Kyle Carr is a Yankees prospect. I've looked at their system enough this week to know. It would have to start with probably still has big time ability. Yes, I think the team maybe Ellie on a good team maybe gets a lot out of him. Ellie's a future Dodger anyway. It's just how long. But to the Zach Neto point from Weston, I think it would start with Volpe as a major league talent. We're going Carlos LaGrange. We're going Kyle Carr. That's probably the start to get some pitchers in here. And then I think it becomes, are you getting a George Lombard or a Dax Kilby back? Maybe a Core Jackson? Like, the Yankees have so much pitching that I think it's going to be the guys who are close to the major league level would go back for a Zach Neto. That's where I'm kind of at with this. I agree, Ellie, an MVP type, no. Is Juan Soto an MVP type, no. Great, but not MVP. Juan Soto, early Juan Soto was an MVP candidate. Juan Soto now, not saying Juan Soto's gotten to, look at Soto last year. He hit a ton late, but he's an MVP not close, had 40 homers, etc. And he also stole 30 bases. Like, he 30-30. Just Juan Soto's became a different hitter since when he broke into the big leagues. Like, he's not going to hit, I don't think he's going to hit you 300 anymore. Especially being, like, the only guy. Now that he's became the focal point of every, like, offense, that they've honed down enough where I don't think he's going to hit 300. But yet again, he's got such a good talent, and saying that 300 matters. I still think hits are important because hits, you start a rally with hits. Not is Soto really 27? Hell fucking no. The fact that Juan Soto, the ridiculous status, I saw that River Ryan, who got traded for Skubal, is older than Juan Soto. We've officially hit time when it's the Greg Nightly Goodnight Post. We have no news. Why do we not have any news? Give me news. Do I need to do what I did yesterday when I tweeted out, it's been quiet, and then Scooble broke? Alright, come on. Post that. And hopefully that's like, I'm out, it sucks. Thank you for staying on. Thank you so much for staying on, Taco Tom. I will say is I will be live again tomorrow, starting at around noon Eastern. What is that? 9 p.m. Pacific time. So for Texas, is Texas probably 8 o'clock, I believe. Um, I'm gonna stay on till probably 1. That's when I told myself in my mind that I'm going to. I still think something could come out here real soon. Will Weekend Sweep push Rangers towards selling? This could be interesting for you, Tom. This would be an article I would read. Or Sunday that the Rangers weren't ruling out a sale, especially if they lost the series final. ESPN Jeff Passan similarly requests Texas could make Jacob deGrom or Corey Seager available. Corey Seager being available. Jock Peterson, Jacob Junis could also. Alright. So I will be starting then for you, Taco Tom, at about 11 in the morning. But it sounds like you'll be here, so that's great to hear. And then hopefully we'll have some solid information on if your Rangers are buying or selling. Why, what's pain? What happened? Or they must Portland Pickles must have lost. Should have dealt last year. I mean, too little, too late. But I mean, DeGrom and Evaldi are healthy. As long as they're healthy, you can get away with selling. Oh, as I just destroyed my microphone. Okay. That was probably loud. I just punched it. We're glue sniffers here. We got news. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Okay. Interesting. Rays designate Craig Kimbrell. Brother, hang it up, dude. Go spend. How old are you? Go. Do you not have a family? Do you not have a family? You're 38, dude. Do you think Freddie will go back to how he was in Milwaukee after the trade? Yes. Yes, I do. I talked about that a little bit earlier. I think, as if I can pull up Baseball Savant here, I do believe Freddie Peralta will go back to being a plus pitcher. Because if you look at what he's doing with the Mets right here, fastball, changeup, and if I can find the run value information, his changeup hasn't been good. His changeup hasn't been good, and he's increased the pitch amount with it. Kimbrell has been in multiple different spots this year. Kimbrell has bounced around. Kimbrell is still in the league, but if we go back to last year, and even kind of the year before that, a lot of sliders, fastball and sliders. I think the Rays are going to bring him back to being a lot more fastball slider. And maybe raise his arm angle a little bit. Because his arm angle's dipped down about 5 degrees. If you were 38, you could throw a baseball or work at Home Depot. I mean, I wouldn't work at Home Depot because I've made. What's his career earnings? $100 million? Yeah, he's almost made $130 million. $130 million. You don't need to work at Home Depot. You can go and just take a nap on the couch. You don't need to be doing this. Stop killing your career ERA. You're already going to be a Hall of Famer. Hang it up, dude. Hang it up. And then you saying Moneyball reference, more people need to talk about the fact that, like, do we actually need to look at the A's? What year is that? 20 or 2001? The 2001 when they win like the 20 consecutive games? No, it's the year before? Yeah. Or where's Miguel Tejada? Like, look at this team. I love the A's. You don't need to nap. Home Depot gives you a nice discount. Don't need a nap. Barry Zito was my favorite player. Can we just talk about how they had MVP Jason, or no, because they traded Jason Giambi, correct? What year? Was it 2002 maybe? Yeah, that's definitely the 20-game winning streak right there. Okay, so you had MVP winner Miguel Tejada. You had the MVP. You had Cy Young Award winner Barry Zito, and what else? Yeah, like you were a great team, and then we act like the Moneyball, as they actually had Aaron Harang. I forgot Aaron Harang was on that team. but got smoked by the Yanks. But the fact that we act like this team was just a bunch of like hooligans and not the MVP that casually gets forgotten about. Like, come on. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Your closer was in MVP talks. Like, come on. Let's be more serious here about Moneyball. And we are back to standing. Standing room only is officially back. Let me feed that keyboard to my computer. Yeah, it is a great movie. I just love how they act like the MVP wasn't an actual part of it. Alright. Can we refresh this and see a trade? No? Because now I'm just spilling. It didn't get on the jersey. We're good. We really got nothing. We really got nothing. Is the audio still good? Now I'm just spilling. Yep, audio's fine. Audio rolling, camera rolling. We're all good. And we got 4 people still in here, man. 4 troops in the live stream. There hasn't been any news now for going on 3 hours. 9:33 was when Mark Feinsand announced. Who was my favorite player as a kid? Aristides Aquino. Aristides Aquino. You can't see it from this camera angle, but if I actually hold up, if I go back, hold on, where's my cursor? Okay, there we go. If we go back to this side, and we go back to this, and then video capture device. So this is the frame of my bed. I'm a Steph guy. I grew up a Steph Curry fan. Actually, if I actually go to video capture device, you can see right there is a Steph Curry poster. Right there is Steph Curry. As I can get away from that now. Oh, hold up, wrong one. But anyway, what I was saying is my bed frame is right there, because I got a like stuffed animal football, and then I got a bunch of hats along there. Right above my bed is an autographed photo of Aristides Aquino. So that's who my favorite player was when I was a kid. That kind of dates back to like when I got super, super, super into baseball in 2019. Him and Yasiel Puig were my guys that year. Traded Puig for Bauer. Free Bauer. We really got nothing. It's been damn quiet. What is the holdup tonight? Like, how do we have nothing? I'm about to genuinely look at minor league scores. Double A or Triple A Louisville won. Did Leo Balgazar play or did he get promoted? Hector Rodriguez 4-hit. Why is Hector Rodriguez not in this major league team right now? Why are you at AAA still? Puig was electric. I miss Yasiel Puig for his what? Michael Togley also needs to call up. Bauer was electric, and then that girl, man, yeah, no. The fact she's not in federal prison for what she did is beyond me. Dominic Fletcher is. Is that Dominic Fletcher? It is Dominic Fletcher. Okay. Tamar Johnson played. I got a buddy who's a Pirates fan. He said Tamar Johnson not playing, and then did like the eyes. I'm like, sitting prospects. Yeah, as soon as they said Zaire Hope wasn't playing, I'm like, oh, hold up. We got news maybe. Anthopoulos discussed Malley acquisition, answers whether he might make another. All right, we already knew this. Brave seeking repeat of 21 Magic. Okay, so we have this confirmed. The Rangers are going to be sellers. They're going to trade Jock Peterson to the Braves. Then the Angels are going to trade Jorge Soler to the Braves. And then Ahmed Rosario. Eddie Rosario is going to come off the couch of playing for his Dominican League team. And he's going to suit up for the Braves. And we're all gonna sing "Kumbaya" and dance in a circle while holding hands. That's what we're gonna do for the Braves. You heard it here first. I spoke it into existence. I had the news here first, people. Dominic Patelli's so bad. I'm about to MLB affiliate. How did still? Oh wait, hold up. I can't do that. Well, I can. Spent too much money to watch fucking minor league baseball. Oh, and the lights behind me have killed. That's how you know it's 12:30. 12:30 alarms have gone off. We're going to turn those back on. We're going to turn those back on. Indeed, Steel Hall, another hit, 2 walks. Ichiro Kano's heating up. I like to see that. Then 2 new posts, question mark. Cubs have officially announced apparently a walk-off hit got cut off from the stream. Relish in our pain. Thanks, Cal. You know who I thought I was going to be the next, starting with Cal? Not Cal, Carl. Holy, I can't read. Dude, it's too late, man. And what's with the yeah, I'm down in school for broadcast journalism. As why does my computer keep doing this? I try and pull something up on my laptop, and then where is my settings? Settings. There we go. Settings. I don't want to see Yahoo as my search engine ever again. But you were talking about Carl. What was the whole he got fired, but then was still calling the game. Like he called last Sunday Night Baseball, right? I was at work, so I didn't actually hear it or watch, but he called the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he did. Do we really have no news? Tree, get off my feed, Tree. Holy, what's popular? What's the most popular tweet right now? Whole nothing. I looked years ago in agent school. The Flyers have a couple decent programs. I just wouldn't want to go to Dayton. There's nothing. There's actually, I take that back. There's not nothing I can go see. There's like an Air Force museum. But yet again, that's not exactly my cup of tea. I'd go to. It's officially been 3 hours since we had a trade. It's official. It was BG. I got a couple friends that go to BG. The Bowling Green dorms are ridiculous. Bowling Green. I had a friend that was in a quad, a 4-person dorm, and when he sent me a photo of what his dorm looked like, it was so wide open on the inside that like I sent him like a photo of an old like Roman fountain thing that like you'll see in like Greece or in like Rome, and said that he should put this in the middle and they would still have plenty of room. Like they had each of their beds in a corner with a desk, and there was like it looked like fuck like 100,000 square feet of just emptiness. 3 hours, no trades. At this point, I'm wondering if Craig Kimbrell gets picked up off waivers before we get an actual next trade. An agent program early 2005. I wanted to be an agent, but getting into a lot. But I think being an agent would be just so much fun. Like being an agent for like players, but holy, that's a lot of a headache right there. That's a whole headache. Because you got to manage different players. It's not like you're an agent for one guy. Is we still got 5 people in chat or currently watching, man. If anybody has any comments, concerns, or wants to just throw out a prayer to start with for us maybe getting a trade, anybody go for it. I'm open to answering questions. I'm going to be out here for another 25 minutes. Know a lot. Yeah, it's tough. You have to know a lot. Yeah, it's it pays beautiful. It pays beautiful, especially with commissions. If you can, how much you think Scott Boras makes a year just straight off commissions? You get started. It's tough. Look, Rich Paul. He's got one guy who's got him like 50, who got him 50. Yeah, look, who else a Rich Paul client? Because LeBron is like Rich Paul's like god. It's then you have Dre, and then I'm pretty sure there's a couple NFL guys under Rich Paul. Hold up, Rich Paul clients: Anthony Davis, Draymond Green, Zach Levine, Tyrese Maxey. Looked up clients under Clutch, expanded NFL and MLB divisions. Rich Paul clients list. He has Elijah Arenas. Holy. Under Clutch Sports. Phoenix Sun. He's got a lot. That's what's also insane, man. Can you imagine Like you have a bunch of dudes that are just in high school that you're also. I didn't realize he was Moses Moody. Dude, he had half the rookie class this year. Caleb Wilson, Koa Pete, Kwan was last year. Hansen was last year. Fleming was on this year, I believe, right? I believe he was this year. Dude, that's so much work, dude. Having to be an agent. Do we have anything? Big shout out to everyone who turned into monster territory. Nice post game. That's incredible. An average of or peak of 1,000 an average. Good for Robbie Hyde. Well, what did I peak at? Is I've gained a pretty nice amount of subscribers over the past. I think I've gained 10 since yesterday. Which, hey, we will take growth. I think last time I really growed was also the last time I did deadline streams. Yeah, I fought to get off for tomorrow because tomorrow I was supposed to work 3 to 10. And I was like, absolutely not. I want to be live for this deadline. I don't want to be standing at work. So we got that day off. So very, very happy about that. I think Crystal should be good. Tyson Lewis still hitting. I like Friend. Mason Neville. We'll have to see. Who's Acosta? That's not. Okay, I was about to say. It's not Victor Acosta. Victor Acosta's in the Reds. I was about to say, did we give up on him? I was hoping not. How did Double A Chattanooga finish off? Did Cam Collier doing anything today? Jay Allen, 2 hits. Leo Balgazar with another hit. He really got promoted off this stat line. Okay. Cam Collier, 3 RBIs, another homer. We were up 5. There had to be something before that, right? Hold up. I'm so confused. Okay, I was about to say. A home run with one guy on does not make it 5-0. Fielding error by Leo Balgazar. Great. Yeah, it's always fun. Hey, but Leo Balgazar RBI single. Graham should be good. Confidant. Ibarra. Keaton Vu isn't hitting anything since getting called up. We got 20 minutes to my deadline. If we get news starting to trickle in, I might go a little later. The latest I would go is 1:30. But at this rate, dude, I think I might be tapping out right at 1 o'clock. There ain't nothing going on. What's new? They did a little bit of a trade deadline countdown. C. Trent Rosecrans was there. Brother. I have no clue what my feed's gotten to at this point. I don't think I've watched. I love how I start posting more and then it starts creeping into my feed of like how to grow your channel. That's funny. This is getting ridiculous. Why does it still say I have mentions? Where is it being? Feedback scenes. What? What is this for? Bro. Why am I getting notifications on community notes? Like I don't care. It's about to be a really, really quiet last 15 minutes. How are the Mavs trending? Oh my god, somebody's high. Oh, I'm glad they know that they're trolling. This has been one sad, sad deadline. This has been one real sad, sad deadline. Like, I remember back when I did a bunch of live streams. Back when I did a bunch of lives. Oh, I got my Joe Morgan hat on for that one. Game calls, deadline stream. That's when I first got this mic. I don't even think, is that the same mic? I think it's a different mic cover. Because it still says we got 5 people in here. I remember I did graphics for every single one of these and I tweeted it out. And this was before I had an actual chair in my room. This is deadline breaking down the winners and losers. I remember doing this. And then the game calls. I kind of just sat here, had my old wrestling hat. I did one every Wednesday. Carr Sports. Because that's right. I had that same year I had a podcast in high school where we would talk about things. And we had some people pop in. We had some people pop in. Almost 24 hours ago since we actually had last news. We're we're kind of just sitting here, man. Do we have anything? Anything at all, man? Oh my god. Logan Webb. Do we have any news on Logan Webb? Giants do not want to trade Logan Webb despite interest from Astros in Atlanta. Astros getting Tyler Malley signals to me they were out on it. Tampa Bay heavy favorites to land a rise. I said this already I think I tweeted this earlier. Giants are infuriated over Harrison Bader's scooter incident. And that also might have just ended Harrison Bader's career. Houston wants Robbie Ray. What would a Robbie Ray trade look like? Is it would have to be Houston Astros for Robbie Ray. How many more years does Robbie Ray have under contract? What's his contract looking like? He is a free agent at the end of the year. Lucas Spence, maybe? Big league outfielder, especially if they trade Heliot Ramos. He hasn't been a great hitter. Maybe Ethan Pecco and you call it a weekend? We're close to calling it a weekend here, man. We got 14. I'm going to stay long and strong for these last 14 minutes. You know what I might do? We're going to play Immaculate Grid. We're going to play Immaculate Grid. I signed in with my stats. Oh, yes, I am. Okay. White Sox, A's Hall of Fame. Okay, so we're starting here. Miguel Andujar. Oh, no, he had 7 with them. Whites. White Sox A's. Who's this poor bastard? Scott Barlow, question mark? Do we really have nothing? We really have nothing. Man, do I pack it up early? Anybody in chat here, would they be upset if I packed it up a little bit early? Anybody in chat right now? Would anybody in here, would they be upset if we ended the stream a little bit early? I'm gonna, as soon as I get off, I can go ahead and start scheduling that. I'm gonna start going ahead and making the graphic for tomorrow. Does Yordan Alvarez, we got somebody in chat here pretty late. Does Yordan Alvarez win AL MVP? I mean, who's stopping him? His health? Is that what stops Yordan Alvarez from winning the AL MVP? It's truthfully only health can stop him from winning the MVP this year. DeGrom. And sorry for anybody who just got in here a little bit late. We're getting to the point in this stream where there's not a whole lot going on. We don't have any news. It's kind of gone quiet. Doesn't really look like we got anything coming that's anything meaningful. And we're kind of just waiting it out till we're ready to go for the night. Because I'm only going to be on now for about 10 more minutes. It's a quiet night, man. I really got on here expecting it to start heating up, and it really didn't. It came flying down to a halt. I really did think that tonight was going to be a big night. And very much shockingly to me, it's been a very, very quiet night. I'm only going to be on here for 8 more minutes, but there's nothing really new on Twitter. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Whew. I do want to say thank you to everybody who came into the stream tonight. As we're not done yet, we're still going to wait out 7 more minutes. For better or worse, we're going to wait out these final 7 more minutes. Even though we have absolutely nothing. We really, really whiffed on tonight. So, stream, I'm going to go ahead and schedule. Uh-oh, hold up. No, what did I do? I'm going to do it on here. So I'm going to schedule a live stream. That will be for tomorrow. It is very, very unfortunate that we've had no news tonight. Live. We're going to Please go away, YouTube Studio. Scuba Watch. We're going to create new. As it looks like we have gone absolutely quiet on the chat side. Do we still have anybody in here? Looks like we still do have one person watching, which is very, very nice. Or no, we actually still have 3 people in here. We're still chugging along. Alright. And we're going to set it to public. And it's going to be scheduled for, we're going to schedule it for 12:30. Actually, I will make it 12 o'clock. If we're late, I will say it. But I've scheduled the live stream for technically later today. Pairing stream. So we got our upcoming stream. It's public. You can go ahead and view it. I would ask everybody who's still in here to go ahead and hit that notify button. But man, apps, why am I following? Oops. What is this? Why is it just in my feed? Why am I following Hoops? Okay, TPSs. Holy. I forgot how much they've fallen off. Yeah, no, man. That's all the news that we have right now, man. So, I'm going to say, on behalf of myself, thank you so much, everybody, for watching Car Sports tonight. Even though it's kind of just a wasted time, waste of sleep right now. Hopefully, we will have news in the morning that I can at least react to. Probably as soon as I hit end stream, there's going to be something like that. And if it's something big enough where I think I need to go back live, I'll go back live as like emergency broadcast. But I will say I don't see that happening. To anybody who is still in here watching, yet again, thank you so much for making it this far. This is going to be end the night for me. I'm going to bed, and I'm going to catch you guys all in the next one. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. There we go. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.